about, if I start from that angle, people would understand me better. There is this myth that social workers are just there to take children, to remove children from their families. And I don't think that is actually the case. I think sometimes when our family is actually working with social workers, somewhere along the line, there could be some relationship issues in between. And sometimes I think it's how we actually convey the message to the families that we are working with. That, in a way, actually determines the outcome. So I just want to put it out clearly that no social worker would actually wake up from their house and say, today I am removing this child. No. We are actually guided by the Children Act. We have a social work values. We can't just go there and remove children. So I think I needed to talk about that, to just clear the air. Everyone, and I'm a cultural lead for Nigerian Diaspora Chairman. My question is, I have to first of all thank all the presenters. That is a well-presented event this evening, and my credit as well goes to our detective John for all these honesty, very transparent speaker. My question goes to I think it's Elizabeth, the solicitor. The foster parents. But I know that Elizabeth actually mentioned something about one of the child in care who was posted in care, and apparently that child got pregnant. I believe that this child went into foster parents because of probably into foster guiding, and again the child ended up getting pregnant. I want to know, this is another safeguarding, because if a foster parents, so how can we tackle this? Because the child has been taken out of care of the parents, taken into foster care who they believe that can safeguard this child, and still the child ended up. And that draws my attention for what John have said. Not some of the professionals are not transparent, are not open, to give an account, exactly the picture of what is going on in that family before that child is being taken. And I have, from my experience, I have represented some of the parents in dealing with social services cases, which I found, honestly, at times, I'm not trying to belittle most of the social workers that presented tonight, but I found them not very transparent, not being honest in terms of me involving in a particular case. So my question is, with that foster parent now that the child has been taken and she's got pregnant, what is how can they deal with it, such cases? And my question again, which I have been trying to ask in the times of the system we are, and that question has been coming into me as a professional. Why is it that the safeguarding is only from homes? Reason I ask that, because there's a lot of safeguarding out there in terms of bullying in schools, which we have seen a lot in the pictures in the social media. And some of the teachers are aware that these children are going through abuse, because bullying is an abuse. And when it's being reported, it's not being dealt with. So these are my questions tonight towards the social workers for them to answer this. And right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you thank you. Unmute yourself and ask your question. You have 1 minute, please. Thank you.
Oh, hi, thank you. It's been an incredible day. Thank you, everyone. I've been observing, it feels like two scenarios. There's the case of the myth, that the social workers have addressed, Rosetta and Elizabeth, So there's that aspect of, they want to take our children from us, which the first speaker almost emphasized, so we went on that tangent before the professionals then came to kind of change it. But now we have the police officer who's kind of buttressed that. So where are we now? You know, as my observation.
Down the judicial process. And as a result of that, it could cause, malpractice within the justice system. And it become a money making. At the same time, they used foster caring as a business. It became a business. They were allowing social workers to become foster carers, which I feel, as a public servant, we were not allowed to have any other licensed jobs. As a police officer, I could not become a licensed taxi driver, a licensed publican. I could not do that. Anything that needed a license from the local authority, I could not do that because of corruption. Yet social workers were allowed to become foster carers. They were also allowed to set up fostering agencies. You could buy a kids' home and you could then set yourself up and you could have 5 children in there, for example. That was the average. And you'll fill that quickly. You could be making £10,000 a week. I'm going to give you an example. When I looked into the vice problem, and my narrative's out there, you can see my narrative, and it also went on to become written evidence in the government inquiry. When I looked at the children's homes in the borough of Haringey, which had a disproportionate amount, 23 homes for a small authority, each single one had 5 kids. And when I approached them, on average, out of them 5 children, 3 of them were working as child prostitutes from Thursday through to Monday, and not at any point did social services, the police missing persons, the vice unit or the child protection services step in to help. So in summary of this, it is a failed system. The thing to do is keep the wolf from your door, protect your children, love your children, make sure they're catered for emotionally, educationally, physically and spiritually. Because once the police start coming into it, it is a money-making entity, and there is a legal presumption that any child coming from the third world is coming from poverty and corruption and abuse. So there is this underlying presumption. So as a West African community, you really are struggling against it. So keep your family tight, protect them and love them, and hopefully...